How long you been there? You been there?
I've been there for 44 years.
I did a wedding there, man. Mo Carter. That used to.
Yeah, you play basketball for LSU.
No, not that Mo Carter. Morel Carter. He's played football for Southern.
Yes.
He's a radio announcer.
That's right. And with the local station.
He used to be, but he in like Huntsville. He left local and went up there. But anyway, I did his wedding about like 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, he married a girl from my church up in Temple.
All right.
Yeah. And so that's probably no. I won't say it's a national. I've been there, but it's not. I think they had some souls for the fish. Souls for the boat.
No.
I was at.
Oh, did you say I changed my phone? Oh, okay. Did you read it? Murphy, did you read it?
No, I'm sorry. That's the real message. That's what I need.
Oh, um, I ain't did nothing.
But she blessed me, look. She
Uh,
did.
Look what he say. Look,
I'm telling you.
him. Willie, I got it. Uh-huh. Oh, you know.
All right, I appreciate it.
I'm doing all right. That's your lawyer now. Oh, okay. I just thought I'd throw that one in. You know what I'm saying? That's right. Thank you, Willie. I was going to share them on Facebook, but I seen somebody else said, no. I was going to share them on Facebook. You know, I don't do Facebook that much, so I'm going to share them with my pastor. I done took care. You don't pay attention.
I noticed that.
You know, we'll take care of you.
You're like Councilwoman Brenda. How you doing?
Man, you in the mood. That's your new phone, huh? That's your new phone. Tell me.
My phone broke. I couldn't have nobody. Most quietest time of my life when my phone broke. Cause with nobody calling.
You got a car?
Oh, okay.
Thank you for those comments.
Oh, that's for exactly.
Thank you for those comments. Credit to my great idea. Great comment. Okay. No, I think I got 2022.
Yeah, the 20. I told her to make the grand.
Just running.
What's that?
Late. She's gonna have to wait. Okay, somebody else might bring it up.
Okay, hey, we looked over all of this. We don't have a lot tonight. We got the guy from the parish. Let him speak about the ride. Give him about 2 minutes. About the what? About the ride. Dr. Vincent, the people coming? The people coming? Alvin K, they coming? Miss Bertha, they coming?
I look for them. I hope they are. She was by the house yesterday, so she told me she was coming. At least she drove by and I was in the driveway.
Mr. President, we have a quorum, sir. We have a quorum, sir?
Yes, sir.
Robert, can you do the pledge for me? Yeah. Pastor, you gonna read that? You gonna pray?
I should love to. Bring the pen.
I didn't bring mine in. What you need? Oh, I ain't got no Android. Correct. Okay. You need a chart? Yeah, I got mine plugged up. Let me see how much I got. I'll get to you in a minute. Hey, bring this meeting to order. City Council meeting of the City of Baker. Invocation will be done by Pastor Cedric Murphy. Pledge allegiance by Councilmember Robert Young. Please stand. Got something. Okay.
Let us pray. Lord, here we are again, standing here to do business for the great city. We pray tonight that you guide our mind, put us on one accord,
Yes, Lord.
one mouth, and let us speak and do what benefits this city. We thank you now from beginning to end. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
I will go ahead and read the public comments and meeting statement. An opportunity for public comment shall be observed before a vote is taken on any agenda item. Once recognized by the mayor, the presiding officer over the meeting, the person given the floor shall identify the specific agenda item upon which he or she wishes to provide a comment and shall limit his or her comments to matters that are strictly relevant to that agenda item. Commentary or comments shall not exceed 3 minutes. Is the clock working? We got the clock ready to go? All right, thank you. These minutes cannot be shared or given to another person. Direct dialogue, debate, or back and forth discussion between individual council members, the mayor, and members of the public shall not be permitted, except that the mayor or a presiding officer may allow brief, clarifying questions to ensure understanding of a speaker's remarks or questions. All participants shall observe standards of civility, avoiding personal attacks, disruptive behavior, or comments unrelated to the public business of the council. The mayor or the presiding officer shall have the authority to enforce time limits, rule comments out of order if they are disruptive, repetitive, irrelevant, or in violation of these rules, and terminate or limit commentary in order to preserve decorum or allow the council to proceed with its agenda. Also, for anyone on YouTube viewing or listening to the meeting tonight and you want to comment on the agenda item, you can call 778-0300, that's a 225 number, and give your name and address, then provide your comment on the agenda item. Thank you. All right, y'all. We're going to move some things around a little bit. We're going to go ahead and take care of the minutes, and then we're going to bring Mr. Christopher Tu up and let him speak for that. So he's Assistant Director with Mayor Sid Edwards. We'll give him about 5 to 7 minutes to go ahead and speak, and then we'll move on. But in the meantime, can I get a motion to accept the disposition of the meetings of the previous, the minutes from the previous meeting?
I move that we accept them with whatever necessary correction to be in it.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any questions and comments? Any questions, any comments? All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it. All right. Mr. Christopher Tu, you can come on up, sir. We're going to give you 5 to 7 minutes to speak. Let's give him a big round of applause.
Mayor, as he comes to the, you may both minutes for both session items.
Both. It's stated on the agenda. Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you for the great hospitality, Mayor Wade, City Council, and all citizens of Baker that are here today. Again, my name is Christopher Toombs. I'm native of Baton Rouge. This is a very special moment for me to be able to address this body because my father lived on Tristan Street. He retired to Baker from the Pittsburgh Steelers back in '73. Played for Grambling. His name was Henry Davis. So it's much of an honor for me to be able to do this. Absolutely. So without any further ado, Thrive is a name that we've given a proposal to fill a deficit in the parish's budget. Now, the reality is, and I want to make sure I lead with this, when you go into the voting booth, it will not say Thrive. You will be renewing a millage for the Council on Aging. You'd be renewing a millage for the mosquito abatement. You'd be renewing a millage for the library. I've got a few notes here that I want to make sure I touch to just let you know what the use of the funds will be. So essentially, this millage, as it's rolling forward, what it's going to do is going to provide us relief from this current deficit. There's these things called legacy fees attached with the parish that must be paid down. So what we did was we connected with the library, the Council on Aging, and mosquito abatement to come up with a plan to roll these millages forward that everybody agreed on, and also the Metro City Council. Now we're at a point where we're up against this election. It's going to be on November the 15th. So again, those are the ideas of what we'll be paying down. Now to give you a few more specifics, the mosquito abatement and the mosquito abatement and the Council on Aging, their 2.5 mils equate to about 16 million that we'll be able to apply to these debts. Well, then the library is going to help us out with about a one-time payment of 52 million, which does not hinder any of these services because we're rolling the millages forward. Their budgets are still going to be intact, but that deficit we were talking about, it will be no more. We'll be able to go to a zero budget. Once we zero budget, then we can reprioritize what we want to do next. That's where the 5 mayors come into play because if we've got a balanced budget, we can cohesively come together and figure out what happens next. This body right here, the City Council of Baker, your vision and plan and whatever that looks like with a zero budget, now we're at a base level. We're all on the same level. We can go move forward. Right now, if the deficit continues, then that means that we've got to do one thing that we don't want to do in government, which is further make cuts. And now I'll go back to the original perspective of what we encountered when we came into office. We had a deficit. So then it's like we're looking at the cliff notes from the past administration. There was already a 11% budget cut that was coming down the pike because of inflation and all these other things that were coming anyway. So we were already in the mindset that these things were going to have to happen. But when we looked at the bottom line and saw this $60 million deficit number looking at us, like we can't operate at this deficit. So that's when we got all of the partners to the table, came up with something that was feasible, and we agreed that this is the way to go. So what I will end with is this. I like to make it real to people. So 3 things I like to talk about when I'm talking about Thrive is everybody in here likes parades. Everybody likes festivals. That's what brings community together. Well, the general budget has sometimes put it a cost to help these things happen. Say Thrive doesn't pass, that's one of the first things that would have to go, right? Because you can't have that kind of spending if you don't have the money. So then there's that part. Everybody likes Thanksgiving. Everybody likes Christmas. Everybody comes over. You're going to acquire a level of trash that you got to get put out. So if we had to cut from twice a week trash pickup to once a week, that would affect people during that time. You'd have trash in places that you wouldn't want it, right? You want to be able to dispose of your trash in a timely, in a very, safe way. So there's that part. But then there's our roads. Our roads right now leave much to be desired. Coach has his, Mayor has his pothole posse out there trying to fill in these holes. The reality is, Thrive doesn't pass. We've got to look at the budget again based on what we have to work with. So I can't tell you to vote for Thrive. I'm not telling you to vote against Thrive. All I'm saying is the items on the agenda in the voting booth will say 1, 2, 3, and it's that easy. 1, 2, 3. So that's my presentation. I'm open for questions or any ideas, opinions, anything of that nature, if you will allow that, Mayor.
Yes, sir. Any questions, comments?
I have a
Question?
question, Captain.
Go ahead. Go ahead,
Okay.
sir.
Go over those. I got the one for the library, 52 million. What about the mosquito abatement and the other one?
So that'll be about 16.24 million.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And then the other one, I think there was 3. What's the other one?
So the other one was roughly 52.4 million.
That's the library.
That's the library. Yes, sir.
Two is combined.
Yes, sir.
Mosquito and
Yes, ma'am.
Mosquito and which one?
Council on Aging.
That's right, Council on Aging. Very good. And I had a chance to see your mom this weekend, and she was telling me about your schedule. It's off the chain, yeah.
Absolutely. So, thank you for those kind words right now. I'm ABD at LSU with a doctorate in cultural preservation. So pray for me. It's not easy, but I'm getting it done. Thank you.
That's right, that's right. Very good, and I was a big fan of your daddy playing football.
Oh, thank you.
All right.
Sir.
I have a question.
Go ahead, ma'am.
How does Baker factor into Thrive? So I understand that a percentage of those funds are going to be set aside from each one of those millages, from each one of those entities, which is mosquito abatement, Council on Aging, and the library, and that a part of the money that was already allocated to them now, we're going back to the table to vote on it so that we can help the city to come out of the deficit. Am I correct about that?
That's correct.
Okay. So then in making that decision, with Baker being part of East Baton Rouge, how is Baker put into that, the decision-making of Baker's perspectives about this decision of voting either yes or no? What is our involvement in the decision-making of these funds, and how much of it has the Mayor, Sid Edwards, thought about making available for the city of Baker? Do you know that?
So that's about 3 questions. I'm going to start with the first one.
Thank you.
The first one is how does Baker factor in? I don't know. I'm going to not assume. I'm going to ask. The city of Baker does have a master plan, yes?
It does.
It does. I would say that master plan has plans in the future that would improve the city of Baker in ways that would be advantageous to the constituency of Baker, and also by them doing that, it would definitely improve the constituency of East Baton Rouge Parish because it's a city in East Baton Rouge Parish. So I would say that master plan is where I would start, and like wherever the priorities are there, then we would just combine those priorities with the overall priorities and then make those a part of the assessment and the resource allocation. Now, there was a last question. I missed that last one that you asked about Mayor Edwards and the money that he set aside.
Right. So I understand that he has specified how he thinks the money should be used. That's going to be put aside from that. Am I correct?
I think it's a very, workable document in that regard because, as you know, times are changing daily,
Right.
and so priorities change daily. But what I do know is that, Mayor Waits and Mayor Edwards, they had a conversation not too far back, and there's a clear understanding that this council and Mayor Waits, whatever it is that this city desires as being its priority list, once we zero the budget, I think that that's a fair assessment to say, hey, this is where we can really do some work together collectively, because I think this body is just as important as any other body in the parish. And I think you do have the right to present your priorities, and based off the nature of Baker's growth, because, you've got this beautiful school right here I just pulled in front of, so the potential for Baker to grow is there, but whatever the master plan is that you have, I would say those priorities will be taken into consideration on what comes next.
So we do have a master plan already in place?
He's talking about, we have a master plan, but I wasn't going to go into this tonight. I will say this. It's pretty good for you not to have been in the conversations of the whole time. The stormwater master plan is what the priority is for us, because of the way the water flows. Our water flows in the EBR, their water flows into Livingston. When everybody gets full, that water backs up to Baker. And so that's what happened in 2016. The water it was a backup. It was a backflow of water. Okay, so the stormwater master plan is important of all the outlays of water that's leaving. That's the conversation that's at the table now. Not, we haven't solidified anything when it comes to that. but that is the $4.2 million that should be available at the end of it. But we both know that that's not enough money to do any kind of planning. But the preliminary stages for the stormwater master plan, that's what we're working on, and that's where we are. And so that's where I'm going to leave it right now, because I don't want to go far beyond that, but that's the conversation that we're having before Mayor Waits makes a decision whether or not he will support it and ask the people of Baker to support it. Right now, we're just weighing the options here. We definitely do not want people to be laid off. That we understand that, but that is an internal issue at Baton Rouge, and it will affect us somewhere down the line. We understand. But we have to make sure that there's something in the plan that we bring to the table to say, you know, what is Baker's play in this? And she asked the question, you know, squarely, and that's what we're working out. We're working out what is going to be the benefit for us outside of this. You know, we don't want anything to happen, but we can't control internal things and what happens in the years. We have to control what we have here. But the biggest part of that, when he talked about the stormwater management plan, that is something that we can work on, and future development on roads and stuff that you guys have. So you answered it right to the T.
Absolutely. Like to segue to what you're saying, I don't want to beleaguer you guys because I know y'all have important business. But that, if you think about it, has been part of Baker's master plan, like to be able to diffuse the flooded water the whole parish, but like you said, based on the mitigation dynamic you just explained, it's high priority for Baker to get that done. So
Yeah.
that's definitely where we are with it. Would love to support in any capacity. Mayor Edwards is really intentional on trying to be a bridge builder. And I know that this council is about bridge building, you're about bridge building, the city of Baker is about bridge building, so that's what we're here to do.
So we're gonna kill it with that. Any more questions, and we'll go. All right, let's give him a big round of applause because he's been showing up everywhere for this. All right, let's move on with our agenda for tonight. I see my good friend is here. It's not that late. She's good to go. So let's recognize Metro Councilwoman Tawana Harris, who is actually the founder of the Butterfly Society. And before we do that, Tawana, we're going to do this. We're going to go ahead and we're going to make a motion, get the attorney to read the proclamation for the Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and then we'll go ahead and vote it in and go ahead and adopt that. Go ahead, ma'am, if you would, please.
Okay. Whereas domestic violence is a serious crime that affects people of all races, ages, gender, and income levels, and whereas domestic violence is widespread and affects over 4 million Americans each year, and whereas 1 in 3 Americans have witnessed an incident of domestic violence, and whereas children that grow up in violent homes are believed to be abused and neglected at a rate higher than the national average, and whereas domestic violence costs the national, whereas domestic violence costs the nation billions of dollars annually in medical expenses, police and court costs, shelters, foster care, sick leave, absenteeism, and non-productivity. And whereas only a coordinated community effort will put a stop to this heinous crime. And now, therefore, the mayor and city council of the city of Baker, parish of East Baton Rouge, state of Louisiana, do declare and proclaim the month of October 2025 as Domestic Violence Awareness Month. When the city of Baker, its mayor and council urge all citizens to learn more about preventing domestic violence and to show support for the numerous organizations and individuals who provide critical advocacy services and assistance to victims.
Okay. Yes, one thing, Dr. Vincent, because he always does that, but he does this proclamation every year. And so we're starting to just bring the people together, that our community partners that this works with. So Dr. Vincent, if you could make the motion, and then we'll go ahead and adopt it.
Thank you so much. And we table this because we know Tawana would be with us this evening. So we'll have 2 proclamations that she read. The one that we signed last week and the one that she just finished reading for you. That's the clergy, basically. I move that we adopt this resolution.
Second. Got a motion by Dr. Vincent, second by the president. Any comments? Any comments? Questions? No comments? No questions? Hearing none. Motion carries. Let me call for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you, Dr. Vincent. Mr. Wama, you can come up. 5 to 7 minutes. No, we don't have the purple flowers out there, but we're good to go. Yeah, I know you were.
We had this conversation.
We did.
How
we
many
did.
weeks ago?
About a week ago.
Yes. So when we gonna make that happen?
It's coming. They're gonna come up.
Make sure he makes it
All
happen.
right.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here with you. We always here. We find ourselves here all the time in this time of month. I was at an event last night and was a panelist, and we were speaking about domestic violence and what it's doing and what it has done to our communities. As of Wednesday last week, there has been 19 domestic violence homicides in the city of Baton Rouge. 19 domestic violence homicides in the city of Baton Rouge. And I know that Baker has a problem as well. The country has a problem when we speak of domestic violence and the lives that are being lost daily. As an organization, we provide a whole host of resources and services to victims, from funeral expense to rental assistance to hotel lodging, utility assistance. We also assist with paying car notes and car insurance and cell phones. We do a lot. And the reason we do a lot is because of our partners, like the city of Baker and Mayor Waits. We do a lot for victims, and sometimes we find ourselves having to buy bus passes, bus tickets to get out of town, and we've purchased air flights before to help victims leave and relocate. And usually when they're leaving with nothing. They're leaving to find safety for themselves and their children. I just ask that each of you leave here tonight with a different mindset when we speak of victims of domestic violence, because you just never know if there's someone in your family or a close friend or a colleague that may be experiencing dating violence or domestic violence or intimate partner and feel hopeless, that there's no way out, there's no place to go, and there is. There is places to go. Iris Domestic Violence Shelter, Family Services of Greater Baton Rouge provide resources to victims and families. The Butterfly Society does as well, YWCA, Catholic Charities, St. Agnes Women and Children's Shelter. There's a whole host of organizations that provide those resources. But as family members, as friends, as colleagues, it's up to you to say to them, look, you may not be ready, but I'm here for you. Whenever you are, I'm here for you. Here's a resource that you can definitely call. Or if you see something happening, it's not for you to look the other way. It's for you to do something. Usually, when speaking to folks, they'll say to you, oh, I don't want to get involved because it's not my business. It's their business. I'm done already? Really? Yeah.
Right.
Thank
it
you.
works. You
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Usually they'll say, why are they still there? Why haven't they left? Well, there's many reasons. There's many barriers that are there to prevent a victim from leaving. But what you can do is, again, be the voice. Be the one to say to them, whenever you get ready, I'm here for you. My door is open. Because usually a victim will stay longer than they need to stay because they don't have the finances. They don't have a place to go. Family has turned their backs on them, or they've been isolated from their support system. There's children involved. They're fearful for leaving because they've been threatened that their lives will be taken from them, or their friends or their family's lives will be taken from them. There's many reasons why victims remain. But I want you to make it your business to go out and educate others about domestic violence and what it looks like and where it finds itself, from our middle schools to our high schools to college campuses. Even in our faith-based community, it's happening. But folks don't want to talk about it because it cannot be happening in the church, and it is. It is. Please, if you see something, say something. If you know something, do something. But to do nothing and continue to have the mindset that it's not my business, it's their business, I'm not going to get involved. I'm not asking you to be Superwoman or Superman, but I'm asking you to do something. You can volunteer with the Butterfly Society if you have time and you want to get involved and you want to get back. Please come and join us. We would love to have you. We need more voices. We need more boots on the ground, speaking what domestic violence is, educating what domestic violence is, because you just never know that maybe one day it could show up on your doorstep. And when it does, what happens? You want everyone, the cavalry, to come out and see about you. But are you seeing about someone right now? Do you care that someone is losing their lives? 1 in 3 women, 1 in 4 men. Does it matter to you? Does it matter when you know the person? Does it matter when you don't know the person? And it should. Because again, at any given moment, it could be your student that you sent away to college. It could be your daughter. It could be your brother, your sister, your mom, your best friend, your coworker. So what are you going to do? Or you will continue to look the other way, or will you say to yourself, it stops now, and I want to be a part of this movement? Speak up, stand up. If you see something, say something. If you know something, do something. And it could be as little as contacting the Butterfly Society. I left brochures for everyone. Please take one. Keep it. Tuck it away. Make certain that you're doing something and not doing anything at all, because you could be saving someone's life one day. Thank you, my friend.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Let's give her a big round of applause. Let me say this real quick. And I always get the time mixed
Yeah.
up. It's probably been about 13 years, maybe 14 years, and I can't remember where I met Tawana. I think we talked about it. She was teaching school. I was teaching school, Veronica, and we started talking. You know, it was the Baker politics, and you know how hot it is in Baker, pastor with the politics. But she told me of this vision at that particular time. And so, and she just didn't talk about it. She started it. And we never knew that we would have the platforms that we have now. And so God has given us these platforms, and she's been pushing, and I've been rolling with her. And the city of Baker been rolling with her. We're bringing people together, and we're making it stronger. The program for the next year is going to be a lot of in-house programs for
Correct.
Baker,
Correct.
where we'll be able to have social people that are qualified to talk to. We'll be able to help more people and do the things that they need to do in this program. We got a lot of help from people in the legislature. We want to thank them to be able to help her do what she's supposed to do. So it's a year-round thing. She's a great community partner. Not only that, just a great friend. And I just want to thank you
You're welcome.
for always putting our name out there.
Yes.
And we're going to carry you. We're going to carry you into this thing, and until we find a way to just either stop it or cut it down to zero.
Correct.
Anybody else got anything
I
they
want
want
to
to
say
say
one more
before we
thing,
go?
and I'm
Go
going
ahead.
to go. Statistics states that rural towns, rural areas is a hotbed for domestic violence. We know that is happening here because resources are limited. Folks are fearful for saying something because they may be married to the mayor. They may be married to some prominent person in the town and fearful of saying something. Have no place to go. Can't trust telling someone because it may get out. So we want to spend more time in Baker, in the city of Zachary. We want to spend more time in the rural areas so we can bring those resources here and also those programs and initiatives that we have happening in Baton Rouge. So we will be spending more time here in Baker to provide training, to have these conversations around the kitchen table, educating and advocating and making certain that folks know in Baker that the Butterfly Society is here and that we support you and we will stand with you and speak for you as well. So I wanted to mention that.
All right.
Very good. Thank you so much for that. And proclamations for you. There's one that you just recently signed. It should be in that folder. And this is the one that we signed last week, but we left until we knew you was coming. Yes, and there should be one in there as well. So give her
Yeah,
those.
we need to get a picture. Can we get a picture?
So much,
All right.
Angela, for helping us with that. I was surprised she developed another proclamation for us this week.
Ms. Veronica, you need this folder? One, I mean. The folder.
Okay, yeah.
All right. Okay. So I don't know whose idea this was to do the proclamations with people, but it works out very, very well. The next uh, proclamation is Pancreatic Cancer Awareness Month. Once again, Dr. Benson has always put that together. But we have a member of the Elvin Howard family here tonight who lives in Baker. And so we're going to go ahead and read this proclamation and go ahead and adopt it, and then we'll let Ms. Veronica come up and speak. So go ahead, ma'am, please.
Whereas pancreatic cancer is a very aggressive cancer with no early detection methods currently available, and whereas November is Pancreatic Cancer Awareness Month throughout the United States and the world, and was established to bring pancreatic cancer into focus, including its prevalence, approaches to screening and prevention, treatment options, and resources that offer updated pancreatic cancer information. And whereas the cause of most cases is unknown, thereby limiting treatment options, and whereas the pancreas, which is located behind the stomach and in front of the spine, plays an important role in digestion by producing enzymes that break down food in the intestines and produces insulin and glucagon, which assist in regulating blood sugar levels. And whereas pancreatic cancer is the third leading cause of cancer-related deaths in the United States and has a 5-year survival rate of approximately 8%. Now, therefore, the mayor and city council of the city of Baker, parish of East Baton Rouge, state of Louisiana, do declare and proclaim November 2025 as Pancreatic Cancer Awareness Month. In the city of Baker, in witness whereof, we have hereunto set our hands and caused the seal of the city of Baker, Louisiana, to be affixed this 28th day of October, 2025.
Very good. Thank you so much for that. And once again, the efforts of the Howard family is top shelf. This is the best example of top shelf efforts that I've seen anywhere. To have a father who is a victim of it, then the family get involved with an excellent program. And there are flyers out there. You can run with us, go to the banquet, and in acknowledgement of that, and thank you so much, Angela, for helping me with this. In acknowledgement of that, we have not only the proclamation, but we also have a certificate for the family. And if you'll come forward and tell us more about it, Veronica, I'm going to present you with a check as well as just a token, as well as the proclamation and the certificate as well.
Good evening.
Good evening.
After last year and us fumbling with the phone and trying to get in, I was like, okay, I'm just going to have to put this on my calendar to make sure that I'm here in person tonight to not only look all of you guys in the eyes and tell you guys thank you, thank you, thank you. Baker, the city of Baker has been an awesome partner of the Elvin Howard Senior Pancreatic Cancer Advocacy Foundation, and we could not do what we do without the support of each and every one of you, each and every one of you council members, our good advisory board member, Ms. Collins and her husband, and their support. Mayor Waits been there from day one. He just said, just tell me where to show up. Just tell me where to show up. And we are just so excited. And, of course, my good neighbor who I can throw a rock at his house and he can throw it back at mine. I'm just so elated for all of your support. And so we just wanted to be here in person. So I can't waste this time and not tell you guys of the early signs and symptoms of pancreatic cancer, right? Because that's what we are about. We are an awareness organization. Pancreatic cancer, as it was read there, has a very low survival rate. If you know anything about pancreatic cancer, when people say, oh, I have pancreatic cancer, oh, they were diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, most of the time it's like, how long? You always say, 12 weeks, 6 months. 6 months is good. My dad survived 18 months after diagnosis, was great, and it was nothing but the grace of God that kept him here that long. And so with that being said, there are two things that we noticed with my dad. First of all, he was misdiagnosed. Why? Because pancreatic cancer mimics other things. You think that you just have a backache. You think you just have a stomach ache. You think you just, oh, this is just a little diarrhea. Let me just go to the pharmacy. Let me just buy a little Tums. Let me buy a little X-Lax. I ought to be okay. I should be good, right? Or you're losing weight. Oh, man, I've been trying to get that weight off. But wait a minute. You lost 20 pounds in 6 weeks? There's something with that. So, again, pancreatic cancer, jaundice in the eyes, yellowing of the skin, all of these things are the early signs of pancreatic cancer. I did say my dad was diagnosed with diabetes, late onset diabetes that's diagnosed after you're 50. Those or could be signs of pancreatic cancer. So what we want to do is educate people. What are these early signs and symptoms so that you can go and advocate for yourselves? Don't let the doctor tell you, oh, it's just this and go on. If you have this combination, if there's something you know in your gut, right? This is just something that's just not right. Please speak up for yourself. Advocate for yourself. Tell the doctor, okay, I just want one more, I just need one more test. I need you to look at this again. Not a second opinion. All of these things could save your life. All of these things could save your life. So with that being said, I wanted to talk about our November Pancreatic Cancer Awareness Month, the color of purple. Just so Butterfly Society just have their color is purple, so just bring your purple on. Okay? And so we have two events, one of which will be happening right there in the park, and that is our 5K run, 1 mile walk each and every year. Right? It's been better and better and better, right? Yeah. And more people come and participate. We would love to see each of you out there. If you don't want to run 5K, and somebody asks, well, I don't really want to run the 5K. I want to walk. That's fine. Just walk your 5K. Or if you just want to do the 1 mile stroll, right? And come out and enjoy the what we call our friends and family, because we have friends and family. We come out. We have free food, we have entertainment, we have resources. There are going to be people out with blood pressure checks and the like. Okay, so we're going to do those things that you would normally see at one of these types of events. But in addition to that, we're going to make sure that we love on you. We're going to make sure that we support you in your journey. We're going to make sure that you are good. And so that's on Saturday, November 8th, right here in the park. And the 5K starts at 9 in the morning. The 1 mile starts at 9:10. We do have flyers like in the hallway. I have some here, so please take a flyer. And we're going to have DJ Incredible. Always comes out. They support us. Cumulus is a great supporter of ours, as well as WBRZ. My dad was a 19-year employee of WBRZ. He was trying to make that 20th year, but he was a 19. He had to retire before he made that 20th year. But because of that, WBRZ has been an excellent supporter of ours, from providing us with the resources that we would need in order to do videos and PSAs and those types of things, so people can see and understand what those early signs and symptoms of pancreatic cancer are. The other event we have is going to be on 19th. It's going to be at Boudreaux's Fine Catering on Government Street. Everybody knows Boudreaux's is right next to Baton Rouge High. And we're going to have our ninth annual fundraiser. We have live entertainment that night. Velvet Audio will be there to provide our entertainment, and Latangela Faye is going to be our hostess with the mostest. So you guys come out, please. We do have a silent auction on that night as well. All of this, why? We're raising funds, we're raising awareness. And what do we do with our funds? We talked about that. We do several things with our funds. One of the things we do is support pancreatic cancer patients themselves. We provide them with food resources. We provide them because nutrition is important. Sometimes they can't eat. Sometimes all they can do is use the protein shakes and those type of things. We provide those things for them. Eating fresh fruit and vegetables, whole food coupons, not coupons, gift cards, and those types of things. So we provide that as well as caregivers. My mom was a caregiver. My mom was a nurse by trade. She taught there at Southern University. So caregiving was the caregiver is a very special part of her heart. And so we wanted to make sure there was a part for caregivers when we formed this organization. So we support caregivers as well. But not only that, but we advocate. We go down to the legislature. We advocate on behalf of pancreatic cancer and other cancers. There are a gamut of chronic illnesses that our communities are plagued with. Chronic illnesses that they're plagued with. And unless they get the resources, unless they're provided with the information that they would need, many of us go without. Many of us die, to be honest with you, because we don't have the proper support. That's something that we are aiming to change. So we thank you again. Please support us if you can. Thank you again, Dr. Benson. Love you. Love you all. Love all of you guys. And please keep us in your prayers. If you're not able to make either of our events, please keep us in your prayers. We take this work seriously and earnestly because it is near and dear to our heart. But not just that, it really saves lives, and it also supports those who, even though they may be in the final throes of their illness, it is sometimes it's comforting to know that you have a partner there that can support you in your time of need and support your family, because you like my father. My father was our leader. He was our caregiver. He was our rock, and it was like, what we can do without him. But wouldn't it have been nice if he could have seen someone that he could have put my mom's hand in her hand and say, you can count on her in my absence. So with that being okay. With that being said, I said enough.
Thank you so much for your advocacy and your work.
Mm-hmm.
I want to give opportunity for people who are compelled to serve in any capacity how they can.
Mm-hmm.
So we do need volunteers at the 5K run and the 1-mile walk. That looks like passing out fruit. It looks like waving and cheering people on, passing out the T-shirts, or standing along the route to tell people this way, because sometimes people get turned around. Mm-hmm. So if you're someone who wants to earn volunteer hours, or if you're someone who's just compelled to serve in that capacity, if you'll let me know, I'm supporting the volunteer component of this. And at the gala, mm-hmm. if you are interested in being someone to help us with the silent auction, standing there and convincing people to bid on an item, mm-hmm. or welcoming people in who may be challenged from coming out of the driveway, or being an usher. We also need volunteers in that capacity as well. There are many ways to give. There's financial ways to give, mm-hmm. and there's also giving of your time. Mm-hmm. Thank you so much.
Now you know why she's one of our...
Yeah, you see that, huh? She always there.
Thank you so much.
So I'm going to let you speak. Just go ahead and adopt it, and then
I move adoption of that resolution, and also we have a certificate we want to give you. I think all of you have signed the blue certificate that's inside of a little folder that should have been with that went around. There you go.
That's it. Okay, so we got that. So we have a motion by Vincent. Second by Murphy. Any questions? Any comments? I call for the vote. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Ayes have it. Thank you, ma'am. Tell your mom we said hello.
Will do. I'm sure she's watching. At first, I thought it was a Zoom call. I say, no, Mama, you can watch it on Zoom now. So
Big
I sent
time.
them the link.
That's right.
Let's get a picture of y'all real quick.
And Harrison.
Take that up.
Yeah, so give it to Veronica.
I tease her. Love his two children. Every time I see them, I don't recognize them. They're grown.
Oh, yeah.
Madison and Harrison. Harrison Winsky was one of my grandsons who came out and was part of it all. And this certificate just acknowledged the amount of work the family has been doing and the proposition as well. I said, how about that? Yes. You want to stay on that? No, ladies always go first.
Okay, on three. 1, 2, and 3. You get one more. 1, 2, and 3. Like this out here. 1, 2, 3.
All right. Thank you, sir. Tell everybody hello again.
Okay, you guys. So here's what we're gonna do here. All right.
You're welcome. Thank you.
We're gonna keep it moving with the proclamations. We just wanted to put the businesses that came to the city. We said that they were on here, so we recognize Chill Zone, Snowballs, Cash to You, Take 5 Oil Change. They have the addresses there. If y'all had any questions, come by and see me. And let's move on to the proclamations, the resolutions and the proclamations on the back, and I'll turn it over to Pastor Murphy, President of the Council.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Mayor.
Yes, sir.
I wanted to make sure I think we started this last year because there are so many different initiatives that goes on in October every year, and oftentimes the pastors and clergy get overlooked, and so we have, and I'm sure our mayor has great relationships with the pastors in this community. He actually spends times visiting their churches and whatnot. We did something called a canopy of prayer a couple of years ago, so we have a great relationship, and so I wanted to make sure as a councilman that we will recognize the work, not just because I'm a pastor, but I know that it's often overlooked, and so I wanted this proclamation this month to recognize the work of the pastor and the clergy. And we'll have our attorney to read it.
Whereas various congregations and houses of worship in our community represent people from a multitude of faiths, each providing comfort, hope, and support to those seeking God's direction for their lives. And whereas Pastor and Clergy Appreciation Month is to honor the hard work, sacrificial dedication, and multiple blessings provided by these special people. And whereas pastors and clergy of all faiths have dedicated their lives to service and many citizens benefit from the presence and work they provide in the community. And whereas for each house of worship, the pastor and clergy guide their flock, like the shepherd his sheep, through prayer, their own supplication to God for direction and the faithful prayers of those under their leadership. And whereas it is always appropriate to express our appreciation to those who faithfully serve God and his people as dedicated and honorable pastors and clergy in their communities, often neglecting personal needs to give us guidance and comfort in good times and in trials. And whereas in his letter to the church at Thessalonica, Paul instructed the people to know them who labor among you and are over you in the Lord, to esteem them very highly in love for their work's sake. These wise words apply to all faiths, as it is incumbent upon us as lay members to lift our ministers in prayer and to express our love and gratitude for their service. Now, therefore, the mayor and city council of the city of Baker, Louisiana, do hereby proclaim and declare the month of October 2025 as Pastor and Clergy Appreciation Month in Baker, Louisiana, and encourage the citizens of the city of Baker to show their appreciation and support for the pastors and clergy whose efforts make this community a better place in which to live. In witness here whereof we have hereunto set our hand and caused to be affixed the seal of the city of Baker, Louisiana, this 28th day of October, 2025.
All right, so we'll get a motion, Pastor.
Yes, sir. I would like a motion that we accept this proclamation on behalf of the pastor and clergy. Appreciate it.
Second.
I have a motion and a second.
Second.
And a motion and a second. Any questions, any comments?
Let me just say that we just installed our pastor Saturday. You might know Reverend Mark Thomas. And I told him that this is my fourth pastor in my journey on this earth.
Yeah, that's a good deal.
And Mayor, I want to recognize one. We have one man of God here. He's actually he's the pastor of pastors. He's a bishop of several states. Bishop Ezra Shannon, and we thank you for coming. And so we know you took time out of your schedule to come tonight. Can I let him say one thing?
I'm gonna give him the floor. I just want to get the vote. I'm gonna let him come up. I'm not. He's not gonna leave anyway. He's gonna come up anyway. I've been knowing him forever. He does a lot. Dr. Benson, we know him. But look, I just want to tell you this. So we're honoring the pastors and everything. Everybody know the story of me and Pastor Murphy, right? We worked together when I first started. And I've always loved God, but when you work with a pastor over a period of time, you learn some things. So that prayer that we did over the city, that wasn't Darnell Waste. That was Cedric Murphy and Michelle Woods. And they love to eat. We still love to eat. We always to go out and eat, but we talked about it, and Pastor Murphy was the first person who told me, say, Mayor, the pastors are here to pray for you. The Bible says that they should cover the leadership of the city or towns or whatever, and he taught me that. And so we brought the pastors together. We brought pastors, ministers together from all over the city of Baker and all over this area. And we've been coming together now for the last 8-9 years, Veronica. It's hard to get them together, and they got egos like everybody else, but they come together, and we continue to pray for this city and uphold this city in everything that we do. So every vision that we have, everything that I talk about, they pray for this city. So I want to thank you. And so it was a tough road, but I learned a lot. And see, Pastor, how God works it out. Now he's up here now. He understands both sides of the floor now. And so as we continue to move this city forward, so I'm going to go ahead and call for the vote and ask you to come up, Pastor, and say something. And I know we have a motion and a second. And so all those in favor of adopting this resolution, this proclamation, say aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it. Come on up. Let's give him a big round of applause for coming up.
Again, we're very thankful on tonight to be here. Appreciating the mere fact that the Mayor Waits and the whole staff here appreciate the fact of appreciation of clergy. The reason it's so important, I looked and I listened to the individuals that talked about domestic violence. I looked at heard talked about pancreatic cancer. But there's another portion of that, and that portion is the pastor is usually that person that gives shepherding to that individual. The shepherding is from the standpoint making sure that the individual has some direction in their life spiritually as well as natural. Many of the things we can do naturally so, but sometimes a person needs a spiritual direction, so they need that shepherding. They also need teaching, and the teaching is, where do I go for this various help? And we can send them from a physical standpoint, but how do I deal with that spiritual, emotional problem on the inside? And that's what the pastor comes to role. His role comes in. So he becomes helping them to equip them how to deal with it. And we know there's a scripture that says, weeping may endure for a night, but joy come in the morning. That sounds real, real good. But to that person who's having the weeping, it's totally different. To that person who's dealing with pancreatic cancer, it's different. To that person who's doing domestic violence, and I deal with it all the time, with individuals because it's very easy to tell that person, okay, well, just leave. Well, you got 3 or 4 children now. He's the principal breadwinner, and you told that person to leave, and that person is maybe have some insecurity about themselves for whatever various reason. And individuals will not sustain you any length of time. They give you bread here, they give you drink here, but they don't sustain you for any length of time. And so that's why that pastor's role and that shepherd's role does so much for that person. And the reason it does because if you can heal the inside of the individual, it gives them direction. Now, there's a scripture said, the steps of a good man or a good woman, they are ordered by the Lord. And that's so important. And so what happens is that we have these servant leaders who are ministers. We have those individuals who give great directions. And then we have those individuals who are gentle. A lot of times, if a real pastor, he's gentle. He's compassionate. He understands. The disciples one time told Jesus when Bartimaeus was crying out and said, Jesus, thou son of David, have mercy upon me. They told him to be quiet. But what they didn't realize is that he was hurting on the inside. He was unable to see. And he was crying out. And Jesus stopped and had compassion and said, what would you have me to do? And that's the role of these pastors here, is what would you have me to do? Every situation of every person is very different. And I remember the young lady, and I'll give her to take my seat, she went through a lot of dating situations. And finally, after dating for a while, she came to the pastor. She said, I'm going to marry this person. I don't care what you say. She married him. He had been abusive for about several years, but she still loved him. After 6 years of abuse, he almost beat her to death. She ended up scratching her eyeballs, broke about 6 or 7 ribs, and left home and said, when I turn back, I'm going to finish doing. She left and went to another state, stayed gone for several years. But you know the love she had for him, she came back here. No matter how you tried, you can't legislate morality. You can't encourage him. No matter what the Bible said in reference to that, that person loved God enough, but she couldn't get through her situation. Individuals right now, and the reason I say that is because I heard her say about pancreatic cancer. Just 6 months or 7 months ago, one of the brothers who I take care of, he ended up going to the doctor, and as she said, a misdiagnosis, thought it was the flu, ended up having stage 3 cancer. Had to have a colostomy bag put on the side of him because of that. But my point is that everyone has to go and encourage him during those time periods to say it's going to be all right. Encourage him to say, hey, we are shepherding you. We are here for you. We want to bring a joy back. In the midst of all of this, we want to bring joy back. And so we thank God for those individuals who recognize the pastors because their role is numerous. That role goes a long, long ways. Because once you give physical services, you need spiritual services. Once you give money, you have to encourage them how to spend it properly and what to do with it properly. And then when they go home, emotionally, they are torn down. Somebody still has to be there to encourage them to say, you know what? You can make it. I got your back. God bless y'all.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank
Thank
you
you so much.
Let me just say,
Take a picture.
you don't have relatives in Mississippi, did you? My sisters,
I have 8 churches. I have 8 churches I have 35 churches. I got 8 in Mississippi,
but
12 in New Orleans, 4 in Hammond, 5 in Baton Rouge.
but no relatives that you know.
No relatives.
Okay, everybody ready?
Good word, Rep. We need that sometime.
We need it all the time.
Yeah, all
All right.
time in here we need it.
All right, so we're done with that. We got new business and we got public meeting. We should be done in about 15 minutes. It shouldn't take that much. All right. New business, introduce ordinance 2025.
Now, let's do the diabetes proclamation. And
Oh, you know what? And you're right. I went past.
Oh, yeah.
Proclamation out today. Come on, Dr. Vincent. Go ahead,
okay,
ma'am. All right.
diabetes is something that we're all suffering from, just like the abuse and the pancreatic cancers was said. So, Madam Attorney, if you'll be so kind as to read it, I'll move for adoption.
Whereas almost 17 million Americans have diabetes, a disease that prevents the body from using its own insulin to break down sugars. It is the sixth leading cause of death in the United States. And whereas the American Diabetes Association launched the Stop Diabetes movement in 2009, and to date, over 764,000 Americans have pledged to join the fight for awareness of diabetes. And whereas by raising awareness about the prevention and treatment of this serious disease, we can take steps to control the disease and lower the risk of complications. And now, therefore, the Mayor and City Council of the City of Baker, Parish of East Baton Rouge, State of Louisiana, do declare and proclaim the month of November 2025 as Diabetes Awareness Month. When the City of Baker, its Mayor, and Council urge all citizens to pledge to join in the American Diabetes Association's Stop Diabetes movement, in order to increase their awareness of the risk factors and symptoms and help those with diabetes live longer, healthier lives. In witness whereof, we have hereunto set our hands and caused the seal of the City of Baker, Louisiana, to be affixed this 28th day of October, 2025.
Okay. Thank you so much. I move adoption of this proclamation, and we'll get it to the Diabetes Association.
Have a motion in a second. Any questions? Any comments? Questions, comments? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it. Thank you, Dr. Vincent.
Yes, thank you.
All right. So we got new business here. This is an introduction. Actually, this is amendment, but the ordinance is introducing ordinance 2025-22. Ordinance authorizing the City of Baker to amend the Baker Municipal Code of Ordinance, Part 2, Chapter 5, Buildings and Building Regulations related to the charges and fees for roofing construction, inspections, and permits and other matters in further, how you say that?
In furtherance.
In furtherance. There you go. We got that. All right. It's only a $50 upgrade, and this is an introduction. We can talk more about it in 2 weeks. I'll entertain a motion in a second to go ahead and introduce this ordinance.
Mr. Mayor, I make a motion that we introduce this ordinance 2025-22 tonight.
Okay. And I received some good comments from Dr. Tony. I certainly hope that we incorporate those suggestions, which were very good.
All right. So are you seconding the motion?
Yeah, I'm seconding the motion.
Okay. We have a motion and a second. Any questions or comments? Questions, comments? All those in favor of introducing this ordinance, say aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it. All right, let's move on to item number 2 on the new business that we changed the November 11th council meeting date.
Veterans Day.
From Veterans Day and my mom's birthday and a lot of other stuff.
Okay.
So we changed it.
We need to change
We
it.
need to change it. Now, you know we have moved the last meeting to the 18th.
So you guys, when we move council meetings, they don't have to be on Tuesday night. They can be on any night that we want them to be on. They don't have to be on a Tuesday night. They just have to be the second, whatever that time is, right, Angela, or whatever we change it to. Right. Doesn't have to be a Tuesday night. It can be a Wednesday night, Thursday night.
No Saturday either.
No Saturday nights.
What about a Thursday?
I don't know. That's
Yeah, Thursday's out. This Thursday, 7th
Oh,
is out. I've got
okay.
a not even for that, but the next Thursday is good.
All right, we can go on Wednesday, but let's go ahead and get it in.
Wednesday, Bible
Thursday's Bible study.
So what about Monday?
Monday.
Monday is good.
Monday's great.
Monday, what date?
Which month? Let's make it Monday the 10th at least, because Monday we have a Baker economic deal going on.
Monday the 10th. Monday the 10th. Monday,
That's
November
good for
10th.
me.
All right. So, all right, I get a motion in a second that we change the 11th date, the 11th of November council meeting to Monday the 10th of November.
I second that.
You make the motion. Motion by Dr. Vincent, second by the president and Councilmember Collins. Any questions or comments? Questions or comments? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
There we go.
6 p.m.?
6 p.m. Okay, we got it. All right. Public meeting. This is a public meeting. Adopt ordinance 2025-6 regulations regarding automobile repair work and oil changes in residential and subdivision areas to provide for further matters regarding the same. This is a public meeting.
Good evening, everyone. Dr. Tony, thank you for acknowledging the recommendation. Did you all get the other one in reference to this one that I sent over? Did y'all get the second one? All righty then. I'll just go in and state it for the record. I sent it to Council Clerk Kennedy to forward over to you. And I just want to say that after reviewing the ordinance, I really found it to be well written and to be in line with the city's intent to protect the residents, the neighborhoods, and the environment. And while I listed several things, the only things that I really want to focus on were to strengthen the clarity, enforcement, and legal consistency. So of the ones, there's only three that I really want y'all to look at, and that was the Enforcement Authority, number 3, and I'm sorry, 1, 5, and the last one, about number 7. So I'll just say it real quickly. Number 1 was the Enforcement Authority. I was just asking, could you guys have the addition to where it says who actually is responsible for code enforcement? I had some people contact me trying to figure out who has the authority to actually come and put things into place. So just a simple line saying that that's going to be code enforcement, or if that's the police department, that's a quick one. Number 2, the time limit for vehicle repairs. I appreciate you guys when you gave us 7 to 10 business days. That was with a clear and fair limit, and I felt that it accounted for any type of delay. The only change that I requested is that instead of saying 7 to 10, just give a flat 10. Because someone may say there's variance at 7, 8, 9, and 10. So if you're going to allow up to 10, just change the language to say no vehicle shall remain in an inoperative condition on a residential property for more than 10 consecutive days. It's the same thing, it's just simple and clear. The other one was the correction on the lien filing location. Just double check it because it said that you guys had to file it with the tax assessors, but I thought that's recorded with the East Baton Rouge Parish Court. So it's just minor stuff, but again, on the whole, I think it's pretty sound. And the last thing would be to, I'm sorry, I'm freezing. I am for a reason. But the last part is the appeals process. I just ask that you guys add a simple due process step for residents to appeal the fines and citations. What I suggested you guys add in was a statement saying that any person cited under this ordinance may appeal the citation or fine to the City of Baker Municipal Court within 10 days of issuance. Again, it was a total of 9. Some were just minor spelling errors, so just wanted to make sure we look good on all fronts. But those are the ones that I really wanted y'all to take a look at. And I just feel that these clarifications will make the ordinance 2025-6 stronger, more enforceable, and more resident-friendly while keeping the environmental goals intact. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We appreciate that. So we'll appreciate that. That's good. So are we still sound legally, ma'am? With it? Okay, so we'll go with that. Any other comments or any other thing before we call for the vote here? Okay, so I'll entertain a motion that we go ahead and adopt this ordinance 2025-6 and get a motion. I get a motion that we adopt.
Go ahead. I motion that we adopt ordinance 2025-6.
All right, I have a motion. I get a second.
Second.
I have a second. Any more questions or comments? All right, all those in favor of adopting this?
Let me just say, are we going to consider those you all have a chance to talk because they seem to be pretty
Right.
straightforward.
But that's why I asked the question, where we legally, a lot of stuff that she talked about is good, but that's a lot of it that can be adjusted, but are we legally sound with where we are now? Because we've spent months on this already. And are we legally sound?
So we are legally sound, but I have no objection to, I know she mentioned about the 7 to 10 days, changing it to 10 days. And the other two, I mean, that would be up to the council about whether or not you want to change it, but it's not necessary.
The enforcement, and the other one was
Always code enforcement, any ordinance, either the code enforcement, which is administration, we've talked about this before, and police. Police are, they cover every ordinance. It doesn't matter. But if it's administration, then we'll take care of it. We got that. All right? Okay, so you have a motion and you got a second. We don't want it to die. Okay, so you got to go ahead, ma'am.
Oh, I was just gonna say, did you say we could add just the 10 days and we just make the correction to add it now so we can move on
Correct.
forward?
What you can
and accept
do-
this here.
So what you can do is make a motion to approve it with legal review. That way I can look at it and make the adjustments.
That's what I
Okay.
meant by that. Yeah. That's what I said. Are we legally sound?
Yeah.
When I ask her, are we legally sound, she can make the correction. She'll say, Mayor, we'll make the corrections as we go on.
Okay.
But we want to check and make sure that even the corrections are legal. Okay, and so we have to do that. All right. Thank you anyway. I appreciate that. Okay, so we have a motion and a second.
I make a motion that we do it with the legal corrections that were recommended.
Legal review.
Legal review.
Right.
I'll second it.
And we have a motion and a second. We have a motion by Councilmember Collins, second by Councilmember Dunn. All those in favor of adopting this ordinance, say aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it. Thank you, guys. Real easy. Thank you so much. All right. So we will move on to announcements. District 3, Councilmember Collins.
All right. So most of it you've heard already today about the Great Gatsby. Magnolia Rose Foundation is going to be hosting their Great Gatsby, which is a celebration and acknowledgement of families who have children who are neurodivergent. So if you're looking for somewhere to have a swinging good time this Saturday, then I invite you to join us on Saturday right here at the Baker Municipal Center. The fee for the ticket is $40. What you'll be paying for is a good time. But then that money would be going towards paying for play dates for families who have children who are on the spectrum. So if you or someone you know has a child who is experiencing neurodivergence, and you want to be a part of a community, families are able to bring their children to these free play dates where the child as well as their siblings are able to come to play dates that she hosts throughout the city. So the money that you contribute is going to be going towards paying for those play dates. I highly encourage you to look at the Great Gatsby flyer outside, and if you're not able to come, be compelled to give. Sow a seed into it. $5 is $5 more than they had before you gave. So Magnolia Rose Foundation is going to be this November 1st right here at Baker. It's the Great Gatsby from 8 to 12 o'clock, and we hope that you can join us there. I'll be doing my community walk on on Thursday, so anyone who wants to join me, take a stroll, walk alongside me, and get to know the neighbors. I really have a good time getting to connect with people. I think that our ability to connect with people in meaningful ways, going to their door to door to find out their needs has been very impactful. We can not adequately address the needs of people if we don't go and check on them and see what their needs are. So if you want to join me in this evangelistic opportunity, I welcome you to come and walk with me on this coming Thursday. And don't forget that the City of Baker has a free resource at the Recreation Center where if you know someone who likes to walk, but maybe it's raining outside or it's inclement, you want to be able to walk, you can walk right inside that gym beginning at 10 o'clock Monday through Thursday. They also have swing dancing if you want to learn how to swing dance, yoga, pickleball, line dancing, and walk to the rhythm. So please check out the park that's located right here on Alabama Street, right behind the police station, and take advantage of those opportunities right here in the city of Baker. Thanks so much for your time.
Ready, Mayor?
Yes.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you for your continued support. I also want to thank you also for coming to our church on Sunday and doing the proclamation for our pastor on his 23rd anniversary at the Shady Grove First Missionary Church under Dr. Kenny Chandler. So I was happy for that. That was something good. I also would like to extend my appreciation to our public work team, Mr. Calvin and Mr. Anthony, for always responding when call upon to clean for me. And thank y'all for the signs put up, and thank you for handling some of them little small things for our constituents. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I don't have to call the mayor. I can call Anthony. Right, that's right. I also want to give a special thanks to Jermaine. You know about that park when we walk in Trail Park. I'm working on something else, but I can't talk about it right now. But eventually I'm gonna get that done too. But you know, just slightly. But the park is really looking good. The walking park. So I really want to say, Jermaine, thank you, and I'm excited to share that the baseball field on Magnolia Park is doing good. I passed by there today and I saw the walls up, and everything. So we moving along good. I'm just excited about that, and I know we gonna get this here. Concession stand too. Boy, I'm gonna really be shouting up here. You know, when I be coming back to talk about that, how the mayor has really supported us in this here effort for this here project. Thank you, Mayor. And a big thanks to David and his team for providing transportation for our speed bump walk. Uh, we have like 130 signatures. We got to get about 20 more signatures. So this Thursday, if it's not raining, we're gonna be out there again with um, Kamara. He's back there, my little sweetheart, who helps me out tremendously. Anthony trying to steal him from me, but I ain't gonna let him get him. But I keep telling him that every time I see him. But other than that, thank you, Mayor, for everything, and thank you for the support, and thank you, Council.
Yeah.
I forgot something. The groundbreaking today, everybody. So there was a groundbreaking ceremony for the development that's going to be happening on Groom Road. So this morning at 10 o'clock, we want to give a shout out to Councilman Anthony Kinney because he bought moved Baton Rouge right down here to Groom Road, and there was a groundbreaking ceremony that happened. So look forward to 17 months of travailing while we work on Groom Road. They're going to start from Plank Road to McHugh, and then after which they're going to start from McHugh all the way over to Highway 19. So get ready for more developments in the city of Baker. Shout out to the former Mayor Sharon Weston Broom and former City Council person Shauna Banks for advocating for Move BR because we are living in the manifestations of their intentions then and the work that's happening right now today.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
That's right.
Thank you.
Right.
And one more thing, thank you, Mayor, for this here also. This here from the planning and zoning, I really appreciate this here. This gives us insights on all the new businesses that's coming into Baker. And so if we would like to go and visit those businesses, or if our constituents come up to us and ask us what new businesses coming into the community, we have this information. So this is really great. And so we don't have to, have the businesses to take out their time to come up here and go through it. We, as council people, can take out our time and go visit their business. Thank you. Thank you, Mayor. I appreciate that.
Okay. Let me say several things.
Go ahead.
And the reason I didn't call in, I had Angela doing so many items there, and I want to burden her anymore. But let me thank Public Works. I saw the staff out there, man. I was so pleased picking up trash on 19 the other day. I complimented them the other day when I saw them walking into the building. And that's part of that Friendly Neighbor Keeper initiative. We go out there every third Saturday in the district. Secondly, I want to thank Future Seeds for doing a yard on driftwood that needed taken care of. I know they let the people know they're coming on their property to do things, so that was very nice of them, and we're in this all together as a city. The Lions Club is considering, and I'm kind of putting a horse a little bit before the cart, we're trying to do food pantry, and we're going to partnership with Rock Zion Baptist Church right here on Alabama Street. Saturday is the Louisiana Book Festival. If you've never been to that, that's a great event down at the state capitol. I've been associated with that for several decades, and I've been there myself. Daylight savings time starts this week. And let me just thank everybody in the mayor's office for looking into my numerous requests from my constituents. Thank you, Mayor, and thank you, Public Works. That's all I have.
Thank you.
I'm going to be brief.
as I make my way out of here. Uh, I met with Principal Welch today. We had a good, wholesome conversation, like an hour, and she really wants the community to come together, and she also appreciates the things that the mayor and the city is already doing. And right now, she is inviting each one of the colleagues. They have what's called a Let's Chill and Chat Parent Edition, whereby they meet with the students, they meet with the parents, and they listen to the students. They listen to all the concerns. So the next one is on the 6th, and also the audience, too, anyone that would like to attend. It's a good, wholesome meeting from what I'm understanding. And this is one way of bringing the community together along with the school system, you know. So I appreciate her for wanting us to participate in that. Dr. Inslee. And the second and the last thing is, I know a lot of you all, Councilwoman Dunn told me this was my baby, I guess because I orchestrated the situation with the walking track. But as long as I've been walking around that track, I guess I be walking. But you know, you have some people that walk with their head down. So she brought it to my attention, and me and the mayor's on it already, that what's happening is the track is buckling up, and it's the roots, the trees that's growing around the track that's pushing the track up. So the mayor has already have the pictures on it, and he's already getting ready to take care of it. So we appreciate that.
Yes, and give our kudos to Miss Eve William and Miss Mamie Lloyd because they was part of that project.
Yes.
Thank you.
You might as well say something.
All I want to say is you have 3 more days. If you haven't told your pastor, your clergy, giving them appreciation, you have 3 more days in a month. Again, I want to thank Bishop Shannon again for coming tonight to represent the pastors in this city. And I also want to thank Ms. Angela Wall for always putting these proclamations together for me at request. That's all I have.
That's it.
All right. So I guess that's it. So I'm gonna be real quick. I just want to say to this council, you guys are awesome. We don't always agree we don't always agree on everything, but I love the fact that you do come to see me and then we can talk behind closed doors and keep this city moving. It's been a really great year and a half, I think. You know, we've been working together. But God is blessing us. And like I told those people this morning, that Baker's moving forward and God is in the lead. And so we need to keep praying, keep working together. No doubt we can go where we need to go. But it's all about these people we serve. But you serve people by leading them. And that's what we're starting to do. So a lot of them, they don't talk about everything that they're doing. They got a hold on a lot of stuff. And they've taken what they're doing into their hands and they're running those things. And that's what I love that fact that they're finding things that we need to fix because the mayor cannot do everything, and he doesn't sit up here by himself. And so I appreciate you all, and let's keep working together. Let's keep showing these young people what unity really, really looks like, and it starts right here with us. And so I appreciate that. And that I will move forward to ask for an adjournment. We don't have anything, and don't forget to vote on November the 15th. Yeah, don't forget to vote on November the 15th. So I will tell you this, that I want to thank you for coming out. You're a brave man, okay? You really are. You're a brave man. Because we're going to tell you the truth, but we love you anyway. And so we're going to take a serious look. You go back and you tell him that. And so, you know, it is what it is. But nothing changes for you and your family, okay? You part of us, so we'll be all right. So if I can I get a motion to adjourn? I got a motion and a second. We got any questions, any comments about adjournment? Okay, all those in favor say aye. 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 We are adjourned. All right, let's move on to Board of Commissioners, Norman E. Pete Heine Memorial Gardens. Call to order. I'll make a motion that we accept the minutes from the previous meeting. Have a motion and a second. Any questions and comments? All those in favor say aye. Aye. We have no report. I'll make a motion that we adjourn. Second. Have a second. Any questions or comments? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned. All right, let's move on. Baker Consolidated Utilities Commission. Where's she at? I'll make a motion that we adopt the minutes from the previous meeting.
I second that, and thank you so much and the staff for sending out the notice about the water and how that, and the gas and all of that.
Okay, so we got a motion and a second. Appreciate that. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Let me tell you about this young lady in the room back here that runs the utility building. Runs utility building and the cemetery at the same time. That was one of my students. And so she's doing a fantastic job. Bianca Black. Let's give her a big round of
All
applause.
right,
there.
Bianca.
Young people doing their thing in Baker.
Thank you.
How about that, Pastor?
Thank you.
That's
All right, I'll make a motion. We have no report. I'll make a motion that we adjourn.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any questions, comments? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And we out of here, Dr. Vincent, at 7:30. Y'all have a good evening.